Hello, wonderful for you to join my channel, Good Vibes. Okay, this is where we discuss a book a week, a motivational book a week. And this week we're discussing a book, well-known book, okay, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey, okay. You can get your very own copy of this book. There is a link I'm sharing in the comment section below. Definitely do get your copy. You can find it on Amazon. An amazing, brilliant read, okay. It will make a huge difference in your life, in fact. So in this section, we're looking at the 7th habit. This is now the 6th habit, which is synergy. Okay, synergy. Okay, so synergy is everywhere in nature. As a matter of fact, when you look around nature, you will find that there's a lot of synergy in nature. If you plant 2 plants, okay, together, the roots commingle and improve the quality of the soil so that both plants will grow better. Okay, so already we're seeing synergy in nature. And if you put 2 pieces of wood together, okay, them both are stronger than the mass that they can carry if they're separated. You separate them, they're a lot weaker. You put them together, they're much stronger. Okay, the concept of unity, okay, togetherness, synergy. Okay, it makes a huge difference. As a matter of fact, we're learning in this section that 1 + 1 is 3 or 4. Okay, or 11 or 100 with synergy. It's not just 2, but it is a lot more than that with synergy. In this section, we learn that our efforts can when combined, they yield better results than when separated. We are stronger together than we ever will be when we are apart. When we are united, we can reach much better results than when we are alone. Okay, a typical example of this is seen in how a baby is brought into the world, right? There needs to be a man, there needs to be a woman. Okay, now we learn again that them together, they're so different. Okay, a man and a woman are 2 totally different people. Yes, there are similarities, but they're vastly different. There's a lot of differences between the 2. So the differences are there, but the beauty of what they can produce when together, okay, is what synergy is all about. So it explores on the differences, it maximizes on the differences, it identifies the differences, it definitely appreciates the differences. You need to be the man in your full manhood. I need to be a woman in my full womanhood, okay? And together we create the synergy. Okay, that's what it's all about. So synergy can be achieved in various interactions. So for example, we can achieve synergy in the classroom, at home, in business places, even within ourselves. Okay, we can have synergy in any interaction that we have, okay? As long as there are differences, as long as there are different opinions, different strategies, we can have synergy, okay? In fact, we need to encourage synergy because that's what's going to yield the kind of results we best want to achieve. Okay, so it requires that people are open to new ideas. Matter of fact, sometimes with synergy, people don't know what the end result is going to be. Okay, we've got so many ideas, we have different agendas, we want the best. Sometimes what I thought was going to be the best is not what ends up being the best. But with effective synergy, we can ensure that what we arrive at, okay, what we all create as a new best, okay, is much better, far better than what I thought could have been the best by myself. So sometimes, yes, people will not know what the end result will be, but the end result is always going to be a lot better than what it was going to be with just the individual bests. Okay, so synergy seeks for the best alternative and the best way, and sometimes the best way is one newly created, okay, and it involved, all the parties, the best from all the parties involved. An integral part of synergy, now this is a very important part, is that it must be clear, it must be honest, it must be truthful, it requires effective communication. Okay? It requires that we seek to understand, okay, and we seek to accurately be understood. Okay? Okay, now we are different people in the same circle. We want to have a shared vision, a shared goal. How are we going to achieve this? Let us all share clearly and honestly, okay, our interests. What do I want to achieve from this? What do you want to achieve? What are my fears? What are my concerns? Address all of this in an open environment, not an environment that's going to just just tackle on facts. Okay, this is what the situation is, but how are the facts now affecting us? Okay, we all want to leave feeling that we actually receive the best from this. So it's not just factual, but it should be such that it's a deeper level of communication, even how we feel. Okay, are we satisfied? Are we really satisfied? Is this what we actually want? And not just for one person, but everybody should feel such. And the best way to achieve this is to be upfront and be honest. What do you want to achieve from the interaction? Okay, that's how synergy can be achieved. So in other words, it will maximize on everyone's strength and it will compensate for people's weaknesses, okay? Because now the strengths are going to be explored, the weaknesses are going to be compensated for. So synergy is a win-win concept, okay? It requires that we have such a win-win mentality, and effective communication requires that there be enough level of trust. Okay? We need to trust each other enough to share the actual truth of what we want to achieve from the interaction. Effective communication also requires that we are all open and transparent so we can all see the alternatives. We want to work with all the alternatives so that we find the best alternative that's going to suit everybody. With every good, however, there is a bad. And believe it or not, there also is bad synergy, okay? So sometimes synergy is practiced in an ineffective manner. So say a group of people, now they are together, they want to arrive at a certain result, and they now practice what we call bad synergy, okay? Now this is where they don't all apply all of their differences. They don't all appreciate their differences, or not all the differences are appreciated, but there are some differences which are now seen as better, okay? Some people's strengths are appreciated more, and other people's strengths are not as important. And you find that in some situations there's one person who applies their energy and everybody's following this one group leader, and they now have groupthink and not synergy. So now that just yields a fraction, a small fraction of what it could have been the case, where everybody would have had an equal chance to share in their strengths and their contributions, no matter how little they are. So we don't want to be in a situation where one form of strength is undervalued. Every strength should be utilized and every weakness should be compensated for. In fact, it's going to happen naturally as we work more on utilizing every person's strength. Okay, so this form of synergy is self-sabotaging, because now even though there's this team and not all the potential is explored, and so not the best is achieved by this. As a matter of fact, it's just a waste of time, because maybe one could have achieved the same results by themselves and they did not receive the best from what synergy could have been had they all contributed and appreciated their differences. Okay, so Dr. Stephen Covey highlights that the key to interpersonal synergy is intrapersonal synergy. Okay, you must have synergy within yourself. Okay, you must deal with your own insecurities. Okay, any form of self-doubt that you have, there are some things that you have to deal with by yourself, okay, before you're able to come to such a group, so that you are able to contribute the best in such a group without failing to express yourself courageously. Okay, so that's also a very important aspect. You need to understand yourself, your uniqueness, and then you can value the uniqueness of someone else, and acknowledge that their being different, okay, is what you can maximize from, is that what you need to value and appreciate as well. And so unless we value the differences, unless we appreciate the differences from other people and how they don't think the same as we do, and unless we give credence to the possibility that we're both right, okay? Even though your mentality is different from mine, we actually could both be right. There is such a possibility as well. So unless we're able to look at that and really appreciate and work on understanding each other's point of views, we will always fall short of reaching synergy. So let us strive, okay? Understand one another. Let's appreciate our differences, okay? And always look for the best alternative for us all. So thank you so much. That is the section, okay? And the sixth habit, which is synergy. How have you applied synergy in your life? Have you applied intrapersonal synergy? Do you have synergy within yourself, okay? Do you have an example? How has the experience been like for you? Do share your views, okay? We'll meet again on the next video. Take care.